Alright, hey! Let's go.
No, that's not fair. Yo, Rib's still solid. Rib's still solid right now.
Oh, he's so solid.
Don't let Ribs talk the rest of the podcast.
Bad. Alright. Hello, ladies.
Guys, I think Ribs is
I didn't know what we were doing. I was confused.
No,
And then I thought I lost connection. I thought I lost connection because everybody was frozen.
No, I think Ribs is actually frozen.
Is he actually? No.
He's just in his zone, bro.
Alright.
Bro, no. And then the baby Yoda moved and I lost it.
Oh, he did it?
I'm like,
Okay.
I'm looking directly at the camera, but out of the corner of my eye, I just see a little
I
bit
didn't wanna
Yoda
look.
moving. Fuck
Alright,
Dad, come on, dude.
Bruh.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and
We
girls,
are-
welcome to the second episode of the N10 Podcast. Mentioned by our friend Wolf Coon. Bro, the N10 Podcast is hosted by N10? I had no idea. Well, Wolf
No
Coon,
way, bro.
as a matter of fact, it is hosted by N10. Look at that. And, I mean, we're not just N10. We're people, you know? So let me go on the list. We have our good friend,
We're
Dag.
brothers.
We have Dag. We have Key. We have Night Sky. Me. We have N10 Cisco. We have Mr. Cool, Mr. Radical. Ribs. Hylian and Luke, aka the Glookster. And the Tits himself, the Lids.
You forgot my son, Matt.
Yo, I get front and center.
Ah,
today.
his son.
Forgot my
Exciting.
son.
Yeah, Matt's right directly in the middle.
You are the founder. You deserve the center attention.
About damn time.
Oh boy.
Time. All right. Well, first thing I guess I want to mention. I'm pretty sure all of you have seen it, and everyone watching as well. But today, the nominees for the Game Awards were announced, and
What?
wait, you didn't know? Wait,
Oh no.
I was gonna say like, wait, you didn't know? But yes, the nominees were announced today. Bunch of great categories, bunch of great games. But the ones that come to mind, of course, are Game of the Year. You know, last year was, I believe, Sekiro that won. Yeah, so that was a really cool one. I think I deserved it. But this year we have titles. Correct me if I'm wrong. We have Animal Crossing: New Horizons, Doom Eternal, Hades. We have Ghost of Tsushima.
Final Fantasy VII
Final
remake.
Fantasy VII Remake, and for some surprising reason, The Last of Us Part 2. So, I don't know. All right, what do you guys think about this? Are these good selections for games?
I
First
think
off,
they're solid.
I
How
hope
did a piece of trash
that
get
Last
up
of
there?
Us 2 gets taken off the list before the event even happens. Because nobody votes for it.
There's
Now-
no contest. Animal
Bro, it's
Crossing.
gonna win somehow, man. I'm telling you.
No,
Nah,
I think
I said that about Sekiro's, where I was like, Sekiro's not gonna win. They're gonna go for like the go woke stuff. But no, Sekiro ended up winning, and I was like, oh, I was wrong.
Dude,
So
No,
after
look,
Sekiro
look.
and then
won,
Red Dead, when everybody thought Red Dead was gonna take the cake, and then it was ended up being God of War.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Or Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild ended up winning, and I thought Breath of the Wild deserved it the most, and it was against.
Wait,
like,
Breath of the Wild did win, or was that like the one like?
That's what I'm saying.
before,
Yeah,
where
Breath of the
you
Wild.
Yeah, 2017.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild
2017.
won Game of the Year, dude.
it won against
It was
Horizon
like,
Zero Dawn.
I thought he was saying that it didn't win. I'm like,
No, I'm saying that it did win. So it's
what
like,
timeline are you living in, dude? In my timeline, the fucking game won.
He's obviously living in a split timeline. Dab. Okay.
Oh,
But timeline theory.
Ugly.
And if you play the Ocarina of Time in a certain
Guys,
way, you could
I
create
have
a new
N10
timeline.
theory.
Yeah, of course, Litz, because Makar is Link's grandpa, right? Makar is Link's grandpa. He's not. Oh my god.
Oh man. Well,
okay, but
yeah. Oh, go ahead, Dag.
okay, let's be honest. The Last of Us Part 2 is going to win, and I'm going to tell you why.
Exactly.
Because of the inclusion it has. I'm not a fan of The Last of Us 2. I hate the game. I hate everything about it, but the critics love the inclusion.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I thought that
Yeah.
for the Sekiro one, but Sekiro took it.
Yeah,
I really
that
hope
makes
What
sense.
about? And I thought, oh, Horizon Zero Dawn. They could have been like, oh, this powerful girl, you know, she's off being the chosen one, but that didn't happen. No, it was in Breath of the Wild.
Hmm.
So maybe. And
No,
also, a
Panty
lot of the-
Party's gonna win.
Oh no.
Have you seen that Switch game? You play as girls' panties and fight to the death. It's a real Switch game. Someone edited it in.
Also, I think Ghost of Tsushima might be the winner. Reason being, it impressed Japan, meaning that it is very, you cultural appropriate. And if we want to go through the whole woke stuff, I think the whole thing with like appealing to Japan, it's gonna be
a big
I
selling
think that's
point.
a plus.
Mm.
And then Japan hated Last of Us, so it's just like
nice. Ribs, what were you gonna
they're
say?
not about to give it to Last of Us for the booze.
What are you saying, Ribs?
I just said as long as it's not Animal Crossing.
Really?
You know what? Okay.
Yeah.
No, I agree with Rip on that.
Yeah.
I like Animal Crossing.
I
Okay.
don't think Animal Crossing deserves it. Don't get me wrong. I think it'll win the family-friendly category.
It deserves that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But it's like, I don't know, compared to other games, I just think that it's not deserving of it.
Game of the year. Yeah.
The only
As a
thing-
huge
Ribs, I'm
Nintendo
so
fan,
sorry,
I have to
just
agree.
voted for
Like,
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I think it's hard sometimes, like because like we're such big Nintendo fans. We get easily blinded sometimes by like, oh, it's one of our games. Let's vote for it. Like, let's go ahead. But you're right, Ribs. Like in terms of like the what game of the year means, like we have games like Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like those are really impressive games in terms of not just like gameplay but like storytelling. And yeah, Animal Crossing, it's a fun game for a certain group of people, not like something that's like, oh, this is like the best game of 2020 or anything like that. I mean, it deserves its praise, but I agree with that. I don't think it would get a game of the year 2020, honestly.
To be honest,
Something different.
my top 2 games that I think have the highest probability of actually winning has to be Ghost of Tsushima, I don't know how it's pronounced, and Final Fantasy VII.
yep.
I
Yep.
think-
Those are
Final
my,
Fantasy VII's up there. I hope Final Fantasy VII.
those are my top
wins any
2
of
as
them,
well.
But I just
Definitely
don't really have any pick out of this. Like, if I had to choose, it'd be Final Fantasy VII. Otherwise, couldn't really care less.
I chose. Everyone check Twitter right now.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Why?
Oh my god.
Why?
What the fuck? Are you...
Just tell us.
Oh, yeah, you voted
Oh,
Animal
yeah,
Crossing,
okay.
Oh,
This will be on the screen. Yep. Okay. You voted.
I just cast my
Animal
vote for
Crossing
Animal
doesn't
Crossing.
deserve it. It doesn't deserve it. Like it did. If you play any other Animal Crossing game, you basically
They're
win.
better. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, how about this?
Yeah.
A show of hands. How many people still technically play Animal Crossing like consistently?
Oh no.
Nah, man.
I haven't
Yeah.
touched the game in so long.
I put it halfway.
Okay. I deprived myself of it for 6 months because I was failing school from playing it for too long. And now I'm back on the grind, okay? Don't judge me.
No, I still play it a lot too.
Dude,
I haven't played it
let's-
like recently, but I've been playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I played it was a Halloween event.
Yeah. Same.
I didn't even get
Same.
on. I literally had no motivation to hop on for like.
I haven't hopped on an event since the summer.
Yeah, since the
Rough.
N10
I was
Olympics
on
actually.
the Easter event for like 5 minutes and then I hopped off because I would like try and fish and I would just pull out eggs and it pissed me the fuck off.
Oh, that was
that was
yeah.
rough.
That was a
God.
terrible
Easter.
event.
That was awful.
Yeah. I think it's because like people were just like so gassed up for Animal Crossing, like to the max, especially when we went to PAX or whatever. But like once we had it for like a few months, you're like, that's cool, and then like put it on the shelf for something later.
I knew it was gonna be like that.
Yeah.
Those games, they consistently like are played. People love them forever, like Smash Brothers, but they always like decline in user base.
Eventually.
The
Yeah.
only
Like, once the
way
honeymoon
I
phase
can
is gone.
see Animal Crossing taking it is just because of its timing. Since like
Yeah.
it came out right when
Mhm.
COVID hit, and then there's that huge Switch craze for like a long fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way I can see it happening. If a ton of kids get their parents' phone and just like tweet out the vote for Animal Crossing.
Come on, kids.
Well,
give me your vote.
Just
All
like
you
the
need
list.
is a Google account.
True.
I don't see
True.
it happening.
But the
Remember, your vote counts. If you want Animal Crossing to win or lose, it's up to you to vote.
Mm.
So this
Animal
turning
Crossing
into
is
propaganda.
definitely a secret weapon, though. I mean, didn't Animal Crossing beat out Doom Eternal, which Doom Eternal
No,
is
it's still,
super
it's still up
praised.
there.
Bro.
Doom Eternal's one of the one of the nominees.
No, but I mean like
Oh,
for
in
the
terms of-
sales, like didn't it outsold
Definitely.
Doom Eternal?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
No, you're
By
right. You're right.
far.
Shoot, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah, like when we look at like this year was really impressive because I think I saw a lot of like sales, like the sale list, and Nintendo beat out a lot of PlayStation, Xbox, so, and so on and so forth. Nintendo's like top charts right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like that's the only thing
Well,
Nintendo has.
yes, but at the same time, like Xbox and PlayStation were getting ready for their launch.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
That's true.
So-
They were at the last of their life. That's
Also,
true.
Nintendo's first party titles are always better than PS5 and Xbox titles.
yeah.
Like, because that's all Nintendo really has. We very rarely have third-party support, so Nintendo leverages like Mario, Animal Crossing, shit like that, where they make a big impact on the console.
True.
So.
It's not better though. The third party is like insane. My sister was telling me, she was like, literally, we just had this conversation. She was going through like eBay, and she was like, oh my god, she found like Hello Kitty for DS, and she was like, why can't I wish Nintendo would like still do this, where they had like these like not big games, just the smaller like games like Hello Kitty and like Hannah Montana. I'm like, actually for 3DS and Wii U, like it died down with that stuff, and with Switch it's back up. Like I saw like Cars 2 and shit for that for the Switch, and she literally said, she's like, I saw Hotel. She was like, I literally saw Hotel Transylvania for Switch. I wish for DS. I wish that was for Switch. I'm like, it is. I'm like, the Switch has like a lot of games for it. It has so many games for it now.
Shovelware though, but some of it's fun. Yeah.
Speed Racer for the Wii.
I did vote for Last of Us for one category though, because I had to give it to it, because there was one about innovation, and The Last of Us I know is known for they added those options for people with disabilities to play the game, and like that's innovation, because now any future game can use those like same controls and options or whatever mechanics, and that can like, you know, really grow the industry. So I had to give it to Last of Us for that one.
Okay, that's justified, actually.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I think sometimes like
Would not vote for anything else.
Yeah, I think we forget too, like how influential video games can be sometimes too. Like, I mean, for us, like, you know, sometimes we just play them and like, oh yeah, this is fun. But like for people like you said, Cisco, like who do have like some disabilities or whatever, like this is a way for them to experience what we're experiencing in a way for them that like it's easy to use and not at all complicated. So yeah, especially with Last of Us, I think that's probably a good bet. One thing did surprise me though. I think it was the two of them, because they were more recent too. But the fact that Among Us and Fall Guys had a lot of nominations for certain categories, I thought that was pretty cool. Especially since
okay, about popularity, so recent, bro.
I feel like
the thing about Among Us, I feel like it shouldn't be up there. Not because it's not good; it's a good game to spend time with your buddies. But I feel like it shouldn't be a nominee since it wasn't released this year, or at least in some of them.
Yeah.
You know, being a 2018 game.
That's true.
True.
But I think okay, but like it's like a small indie title, so I feel like, you know, they need to push the indie scene more, so I feel like that's why it's justified to throw that in there.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, in 2018, I don't know exactly how popular it was, but
I never
heard of
it until
it wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know, Game of the Year doesn't necessarily need to mean like it was released this year, does it? Because I mean,
it does, because there's some.
Yeah, it's like the Oscars, kind of.
Because they're pretty strict with it. Like, there's some games that will miss. Like, Hyrule Warriors is not going to be for next year or this year. Like, it's in that weird spot where it's like it's going to be discounted for both years. Like, there's a window.
That, and also, I don't think Hyrule Warriors is going to be put on there at all, because you know,
it's
not exactly as big as Breath of the Wild was, like the first one and stuff like that. It's at the end of the day, it is still a Warriors game, like you told me, Cisco. But you know, I agree with you. It's not going to like get on the Game of the Year list.
Yeah, but
just like Kingdom Hearts isn't gonna get on there until like Kingdom Hearts 4, which is gonna be like 5 years from now, dude. I'm never gonna see Kingdom Hearts on there again, bro. Like it's sad.
I don't think Kingdom Hearts 3 even made the list when it came out. Or
no,
like,
it did. It was on there. It just wasn't like Game of the Year. Like it was one of the other like awards.
Oh yeah.
It was on there because I was gonna bring up I was gonna say that for Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, Kingdom Hearts came out like very beginning of the year, which usually discounts it for the Game of the Year awards. Like usually there's like
it
this
got
weird.
On there. It was like a minor thing. I forget what it was.
Like music or
it might have
something?
been. It might have been music. I don't remember. It was like whenever it came out, and you know we just had Remind, and it was good, but no, it didn't really warrant like Game of the Year or anything.
Speaking of video games, I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
Since we were talking about Sony and Xbox releasing their consoles and shit, how do you feel about scalpers?
Oh, no. Man,
So-
that's messed up.
Alright,
They
who's
rev
first?
up
Some fryers,
So-
because we're about to fry some scalpers.
They're annoying, bro.
So
Always
didn't
people
they
like
say that? I don't know if people want this. I was watching videos, and I don't know if people want this or if it's up in the air, like already almost official. But there's gonna be like laws being in place so that scalpers can't be doing this anymore. At least not to the full extent of like because my friend, so I have a friend. We were just talking about this before you guys called me up. He's the PlayStation fanboy. He's everything PlayStation. He's the guy I mentioned when I say like when it comes to PlayStation can do no wrong when it comes to his opinion. Like he will justify anything Sony does. Now, since they announced PlayStation 5, he has been counting down the days. So excited for this thing, and like would never, he doesn't shut up about it. Just every day was PS5, and came down to the pre-orders. He's not been able to get a single pre-order. He's not been able to get it. And I asked him today because I haven't talked to him in a while. I was like, "So did you get the PS5? Because I have not been seeing our group chat alive with photos of PS5s." He's like, "I couldn't get it." He's like, "I'm trying to, and it wouldn't work. It was sold out so quick." And I'm like, "What? This guy's like the biggest PS5 guy, like the biggest PS guy." And so then he's like, and I'm pissed off because I'm looking at people having these on eBay for selling their PS5s for $1,000, and they have like 20 of them. I'm like, how in the world is like people are struggling to get one, and then there's someone who just has 20? How is that happening? The scalpers have ruined the amiibo. They have ruined Pokemon cards these days. They have ruined consoles. They have ruined even some like special edition games. They've been ruining a lot of stuff. The SNES Mini Classic. That was a battle.
Ooh, that was.
That one.
I would
In order for me to get the
ruins, though, like I don't know, I understand from like the consumer point of view that it's irritating as fuck, but like I don't know. Sometimes I bought something off of Scalper before. I bought the NES amiibo because I couldn't find it. But yeah, I bought the NES amiibo off them for like $50. But it's like,
Jeez.
Why?
You shouldn't have to, though. It's just
I
like,
found my NES amiibo on clearance at Toys R Us for like $4.
Boys.
But,
Man, Ribs, I felt like you got ripped off, dude. I found the NES amiibo, like my NES amiibo, $5 at a game store, and there was like 10 of them. I almost bought them all.
Nah,
And that would have been the same price.
Day one. I got that shit.
another big issue is not necessarily like also like I guess you say like it doesn't ruin it. I can agree with that to the point also where like PlayStation, nobody's scalping Borderlands 3. Nobody's scalping Ghost of Tsushima. Reason being with Nintendo stuff is because Nintendo makes such little of everything they announce. Everything that Nintendo does is short stocked. So that's also why scalpers just love Nintendo. But I feel like for PlayStation, it hasn't been like that. Now the consoles are a different story. But I feel like they were already leading up to saying we're not going to have that many, and that's what all scalpers crawling out of their sewers.
And sometimes like Nintendo does it on purpose. For example, 3D All Stars. They said we're only going to have them for a limited time. Scalpers went crazy. It didn't work.
Have you guys actually came face to face with like scalpers?
Yeah,
Nah.
like I said, I literally bought that NES amiibo off of homie.
Oh no! I'm talking about like the product's right in front of you and you're fighting with the scalper to get it.
Oh,
Like
no.
because I have a lot of experience fighting these scalpers and it's really annoying. Some of the most trash people just there with me, and like and if I wanted to get
I'll buy it from you.
man, I laugh when I'm telling you, I don't care. When I get my product, I laugh in their fucking face, man. Like when I got the red and blue Joy-Cons, there was only 4 at Target. Switch is gonna be found anywhere, and like GameStop sold out the pre-orders and everything, right? I got the inside scoop about Target, so I had to go to Target at like 4 in the morning, and I had to wait, and then yeah, scalpers lined up, and then that's where I met Nate, and so it was Nate, his buddy, me, and my buddy Kyle, and there was only 4 colored Joy-Cons. They said that they were gonna get the gray Joy-Cons, and I remember telling them like, you guys get the red Joy-Cons, so these fuckers don't get it, and boy, they were so pissed off. And like I got it, and I just laughed at them like, "Here, I got it," and I just went off. Like, it just pisses me off because I remember the lady behind me literally came in and said, "She's like, you guys in line for that Switch thing?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, I'm here for that Zelda crap," and I'm like, "Why are you here to buy it if you're gonna call it crap?" I'm like, "Fucking scalpers." Like it's so annoying, man. So I was like, that's why I say it ruins it because yeah, as a consumer, it does ruin it because like I have a headache where I want to just line up and grab it, but I gotta fight with all these people. Or for example, the Rosalina amiibo. Oh my god, that was cringe. I was like one of the first people there, and tell me why the Target puts us in a line and says we're gonna walk in a single file line over to where we have the amiibo, and then these guys, the scalpers, they snuck off to the side. They ditched the line and they ran over there. So by the time the whole line got there, they were already there looking for them. And then we're like, hey, why'd you cut the line? And they were like, I'm trying to get it for my daughter. Yeah, fuck off. And then they didn't get it for my daughter. So he's like, I just want one for my daughter. Well, Target brings out the box of amiibos, right? This guy is trying to grab them all. And like, Target literally had to tell the guy, okay, no more, because you're grabbing too many of them. They're like, we want some for the other customers. I'm like, oh my god, I'm ready to beat this guy's ass.
God, bro. But,
I'm ready to beat your ass over a fucking...
Ribs, are you a scalper? Because you're defending the scalpers too much.
No, there's a difference.
You just slandered scalpers. But look, there's a difference between like just doing that shit just to do it and make money. But it's like, I don't know, people make a living off of it. It's slimy, but a lot of business is slimy to begin with. So it's like, I don't know. I can't hate somebody for doing it, even though it's a mild annoyance. Like, I don't know, the guy I bought the Ness amiibo off of, it just looked like a dude who wants some extra bucks for like his kid's fucking birthday. Like, I didn't really care. I wanted the amiibo. The demand is there, so you're gonna fucking pay for it, whether or not.
To each their own, I guess.
Like,
you know?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know.
But see, like, my point too with that is like, there's one. Oh, I'm sorry. My thing with that is like, okay, so yeah, I get that, but then there's a difference between like people buying like a few and like people who are just trying to buy as much bulk as possible, ruining it for everyone, you know. But like,
exactly. For example, I don't know if you guys saw this on Twitter, but there was a guy that bought like 200 to 250 PS5s. And he said, you know, fuck your feelings. I was selling them for 900 and 1,100 each. And someone leaked the address of the warehouse.
I saw that, yeah.
Rest in peace.
Leaked the Addy, bro. I was like, yikes.
Did anything happen?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure something happened.
Hey, Cisco, real quick. This is mostly just for you, but you saw like Brie Larson is on Nintendo's channel, right?
You do realize I'm getting tagged in that like every minute of the day.
Yeah, I know.
Every DM from all you guys is Brie Larson, Ventus, and the scoops. Everybody's been sending that stuff to me.
All honesty though, I wonder if Cisco has a chance at Brie Larson. You know, just saying.
Relax,
bro. That's not
Brie Larson. If you're hearing this, check out Cisco.
Hey, let's go.
She can't even see me right. Oh, I'm sorry, my camera. I don't have the good camera.
The Mario cap. That's all that matters.
Put it on.
What happened this? So, on the same topic as like PlayStation and Xbox stuff. I know, obviously, do we all like prefer PlayStation in terms of like, or at least the newer ones? I think.
I like PlayStation more.
Yeah, I like
Between the
PlayStation.
two, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking specifically like PlayStation versus Xbox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just those two.
Then
No
yes.
more console wars.
Because
more
I only say that though because like I was telling Matt this in his stream today. Like, what does Xbox actually offer that would make me want to get an Xbox? Because
Well, they just
don't
recently bought like 3 studios, didn't they?
Yeah, they
Oh,
bought
Bethesda,
Bethesda.
yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like,
but Bethesda already said that they are not planning to pull their games off of Nintendo. They are going to still release the games on Nintendo.
Because Xbox and Nintendo are friends.
but there's
Well,
gamers
yeah.
like Shifty, and Shifty like hates like single player games, but he loves games like Bethesda. So I'm like, it makes sense for someone like that, where you only like shooters, like maybe even lazy. Like obviously, you know, you'd want an Xbox, but if you want to play like the new and hot games nowadays, I feel like people should be going for PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like. I mean, like, and
So it's
because,
such a niche.
because so many games like were delayed for the Xbox too. Like Halo Infinite was supposed to be a launch title. Like
No, I know.
literally, like Master Chief is on the box, and like they don't have the game with it. So I think that was a huge turnoff for people, because like that was delayed. Cyberpunk's been delayed too. Like I know like there's at least a handful of games.
It got delayed again.
Yeah, December.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's because of those that people went to the PlayStation more. I feel, and people will continue to because of these delays. Honestly.
Are there
And
numbers?
besides,
yet?
I think that a huge factor also has to be that almost all the games on Xbox are on PC as well.
That's actually a good reason too. Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to buy the Xbox, because I built my fucking PC, and every game the Xbox gets, I can just download it. So
Exactly.
Are there like
there goes Litz.
numbers yet as for like the sales of the new Xbox versus the PS5 yet? haven't looked,
I
but I
saw
wonder
some,
what
I
like the
saw
numbers
some
are.
kind of figures the other day for like day one sales or whatever, but
Mhm.
I don't know if it was like finalized yet or not. I have to check on that again though. But I'm pretty sure the numbers are like sky high at this point. Like, you know, so
would
many people
imagine.
wanted this thing for years.
Mhm.
Games and consoles. How about this? If you could hold on. Yeah, how about this? If you could like have a game for like a specific console, like what would your game be if you had the option to make a game? Like, what do you think? What would your game be? Like, it could be anything.
Huh.
Pikmin 4.
Yes.
Are you talking like?
No, so I want to make
I'm
a
talking
game
about, like, your
that's based
specific
off my
game.
comic.
Could you say the question one more time?
Oh yeah. So if you could like create your own game, like it doesn't have to be like any like other series stand. Like it could just be your game. Like what would you want it to be?
N10 goes to PAX, the video game.
N10 goes an N10 video game.
Bro, we have to sneak into packs. That's how you win. If you play as Litz, though, it's not automatic.
Oh my God.
Ouch.
Litz,
just
that is
loses.
Litz, that is your video game. Sneaking into packs. You have to dodge all the guards.
Hold on. Just to bounce back to what we were talking about earlier, PS5 has sold 118,000 units in 4 days after it launched, and the Series X only sold 21,000 for 6 days.
Oh,
Interesting. Wow.
21,000.
Yeah, that was just a quick Google search, though.
Wow.
So you can still find an Xbox Series X if I went to the store.
Oh yeah, you.
I would
probably could.
imagine.
Yeah.
Bro, 21,000 is nothing.
Okay, might be the move to get Xbox this time then, guys. I don't know.
No, I was gonna bring that up. That I honestly like. I mean, I'm going for PS5, but like, I really like the Xbox, and if Xbox just send me like a free Xbox, I would not complain. I would play
No.
the crap
Yeah,
out of
but-
that. Like,
But you guys seen like the videos on YouTube, right? Of like the Xbox X, like it started fuming and like
That's
smoking.
fake,
That was
I heard.
fake.
Yeah, they're fake. They're
Is
putting
it?
It
like
was someone's,
vape
someone's
juice and
vape,
stuff like that.
someone's vape pen. They edited
Yeah,
it so that way.
freaking-
Oh my!
that's
Freaking
hilarious, though.
Xbox-
That's honestly hilarious.
Freaking Xbox Twitter, like their official Twitter, were like, they literally said, "quote I cannot believe we have to say this, but please do not vape into your Xbox One X."
I saw that.
And I was like, "What?"
Oh, holy-
Okay, never mind then. I
Right.
thought like I just saw like thumbnails and picked up like, well, shit, there goes Xbox. What
Yeah,
is
I thought
next?
that too. Honestly,
PS4 just gonna start shooting lasers and stuff.
Oh no.
No, I don't. Can they even? Could something like that even happen? Because I know they have to go through inspections and stuff before they can even be sold to the public.
I don't know. Honestly.
Well,
No.
launch day titles always have like launch day consoles always have problems. I feel
No,
like.
yeah, but they're not
look at Aiden's
hazardous, you know?
Switch, man, that thing overheats all the time. Like literally, launch days like consoles are big scuffed.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Okay, with PlayStation, why are the later PlayStation models like jet engines? Like mine is
Really?
good. Mine's quiet, and like my friends, I just hear on the other side. Like,
Mm.
what is going on out there? Like,
Because they improved the hardware, I guess. Like because there were different versions of the PS4. Like you had like the regular, you had the slim, you had like the pro model. They built them in ways that would like, I guess, suppress noise or just any other thing.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing with the PS4.
No, mine is a regular, and you can hear that all the time.
It's because it's gonna work harder.
Nah, you're right.
You can
but how
put
does it?
some
Like,
fucking
that's all I was
lights and
confused
you
by
can-
though, because like they're more. They got like the pros, and those are more powerful. Why are those louder than mine? That like is the piece of junk compared to theirs. Like theirs is blowing up, and mine's like fine. When we're playing like the biggest games, like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, or
They
something.
need better fans, probably.
It's got like a small mini fan, like it's got a little mouse in there that's like fanning it.
I don't know. More power, louder fans, and they probably just did not put a priority into noise
Yeah.
suppression.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, so let me rephrase my question because I want to switch it over back to PlayStation since we are talking about it. But what games are you more excited for in terms of, like the PS5, like ones that have been announced? Because there were a bunch that are like coming
Well,
out.
like,
in the
okay.
future.
So I was confused with the question because I was like, one of my favorite games of all time is Spider-Man on PS4.
So
but
yeah, sorry, I
That
phrased it wrong.
being a launch day title on PS5 still wasn't enough for me to buy the console. So I'm like, it's hard to explain. Like, I don't know what kind of game could be launched alongside a new
Nothing
console.
they announced was enough for me to buy the console.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as I saw it was announced, I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm not gonna buy it.
Dag, I
Like,
think
I'm
gonna buy it
Dag
next
has
year.
has an idea.
I'm getting it on December 5th, or at least that's my plan, because there's going to be a sale. And
Really?
the reason I'm buying it is because I'm super excited for a new untitled Star Wars game. Spider-Man,
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Miles Morales,
I want
And-
Miles Morales.
Five Nights at Freddy's. What is it?
Security
Seven?
breach.
7 now?
Yeah, 7.
Five Nights at Freddy's 7.
Seven.
I don't even know, man. I lost count.
I'll tell you what, like
Seven.
those interested me, and what is it? The new God of War game that's coming out, like that they teased.
Yeah, they're making
whatever,
another one.
Ragnarok. It sounds like it'll be really cool.
I haven't even played 4, and I own it.
4 is good, man.
Yeah.
That's such a
there's,
backlog
like,
of games, man.
There's like that one game that was announced like a while ago. It's like that one where like it's a planet of robots and like you play as a cat. Like literally like there's like the only like other creature that's like on that planet or whatever.
Oh
like,
yeah.
that looked
So
really
familiar.
fun actually.
Is that Bug Snacks?
No, that's
Oh my god.
I know that one.
No.
What the fuck is Bug Snacks? I keep seeing people play it and I don't know what it is. So
I
that's why
think it
thought
was
that-
a free launch day game or something.
I don't think it's
that you
free.
get. No, I don't know.
But
No,
from,
you
from what I
launch
can
day
tell,
PS5 title.
Bug Snacks is like it's a I want to say it's like Pokemon in a way where you get to collect like you have to like, catch them all, quote unquote. But it's literally just creatures made based off of food items. Like it's literally it's
Weird.
like what's it called? It's like the second Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Dragon Ball Z.
Like
It's almost like an equivalent to when Snipper Clips was like released on
Yeah,
Switch
yeah,
on
yeah.
launch day. Like the hype around that kind of.
like a
shit.
tech demo in a sense, like because there's different vibrations and haptic feedbacks, all sorts of stuff. And it's just kind of a crappy cartoon game,
so
maybe.
The
I don't know.
PS5 has fucking HD Rumble.
Yeah, actually, fun fact, I saw this on Twitter today too. The guys who made HD Rumble for the Joy-Cons also made the haptic feedbacks for the PS5 controller. So they
Ooh.
worked on both of them. It was actually really cool if you think about
How much time do we have left on the podcast?
it. About 5 minutes.
12:34.
Got 5 minutes on my end.
5 minutes.
All right, final thoughts. What do you think of video games? Do we like them or not?
I know video games, bro.
Oh,
No, they
No.
kind of poopy.
Sand gets everywhere.
You're taking over my life.
Yeah, video games are good. I'll say that. Anyone who
Facts.
says that video games are a waste of time, yeah, get out of here. Crap. Video games are fun.
Angry Birds Rio deserves Game of the Year.
Yes, sir.
Angry.
Angry Birds wave,
I guess
man.
one final thought I want to close with, like, because we talked about it beforehand, like with like the game awards or whatever. Like, how do we feel about mobile games? Like, as gamers, like, do we want to put them in the same league as like console and PC games, or are they just kind of their own thing?
Only Infinity Blade. Only Infinity Blade deserves to be in the same
I-
category, bro.
Well,
I do
Genshin
not
Impact as
consider
well.
mobile games to be actual games. The only game I might consider might be games that don't ask you to like shove your entire fucking paycheck into it.
Okay,
It's
well,
true.
no,
Genshin Impact.
here's something to counter that though, because fucking Tencent, the people who make I think it's Dota, it's one of the MOBAs, League of Legends or Dota.
They made a Sensei
Yeah.
game as well.
Yeah, they're also making the Pokemon MOBA, and that's gonna be released on your phone.
Oh, I forgot
first
about
before
that.
the Switch.
Oh.
And the most popular game, like most popular esport, is a MOBA that is like super fucking big in China because that's where Tencent is, and they host like fucking $40,000-$50,000 tournaments on a mobile game.
To back up ribs,
Okay.
there's also Pokemon Quest and Pokemon Cafe. Aren't those like Switch games, but like they're also mobile?
Well, you have Among
Oh,
Us
I guess
on
like
mobile,
cross.
so it's
cross
like-
Like aren't they like
compatibility.
aren't they like solid games? But like they're also
So they can
mobile.
work on both. Yeah, I guess so.
I'll say that any game that releases first on a console or in PC, I would consider them an actual game. And if they later in their lifetime appear on mobile, then I don't know. I will still consider them games. For
Yeah.
example, Genshin
What about
Impact.
it just came out. Part-Time UFO. Wasn't that a mobile game?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. That was a mobile game.
And that but I never even knew it was a mobile game. So for me, my knowledge is that it is a Switch game. Like it is a
Mhm.
game on the Switch that I paid like what was it, $8? And like
Bad.
and I'm enjoying it. I'm like, cool, I paid $8 for this game. Like I never knew it was like mobile.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Litz, that's right. That Litz like, played it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I
Live
actually
stream.
downloaded it on the way to the Smash line, and it kept me occupied the whole time on the bus.
There you go.
Not
Maybe if like there's like a
Yeah,
standard.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I think there's two situations because you have like Among Us, which is like a real PC game that also runs
Yeah.
perfectly fine on mobile, but then like games like Flappy Bird. Like I feel like there's just so not comparable to like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those games that require you
It's
to
like-
literally just tap one button.
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
like,
Yeah,
they-
so like
they-
idle,
there's gonna be
idle
like a
games
line.
kinda,
Or
yeah.
you know that one game? It's people, a lot of people keep on getting like ads or like sponsorships for it. It's called AFK Arena.
Yeah.
Basically, do nothing and you get rewards for it.
Nice.
I
That's
thought you were
what
gonna
I'm
say
saying.
Raid Shadow Legends, but yeah.
No, yeah, that too. But like that, you at least have to do some effort. This, you just sit around and do nothing, and it just does all the work for you. It's like, what's the point? It's not a fucking
Don't
game
trash
anymore.
talk. Don't trash talk. Sponsor us.
Because I feel like some games, like I feel like
Aha.
some games that are mobile I feel like you can consider them real games. For my standard, is if they don't have that annoying cooldown, like
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know, something
Yeah,
like
I know you
was it Classic? The Clash of
Clans.
But
yeah,
then
is it
I
like you
will
build
argue-
something and then you gotta wait for like 2 hours for that thing to build? Like that's a
Yeah.
mobile game.
But
Like,
then there's
no
also
way that
console
real.
games like that, like Destiny.
Yeah, like
it's
Animal
like a daily
Crossing.
system.
That's-
Animal Crossing up for
Yeah.
Game of the Year has that system.
That's true.
Mm.
Like,
There's always something
I
to
don't know.
counteract it.
Well, let's just.
Oh.
I guess we could just say like they all have their different standards, and it depends on like the type of mobile game, probably. Who knows?
True.
Alright. Well, I think that's a good place to end here talking about mobile games. You guys want any closing thoughts, final
What a
words from
podcast.
from our friends here?
Cock is my favorite mobile game.
Yo,
Oh my god.
he means Clash of Clans, you
Clash of
youngsters.
Youngsters. Hey, why are you watching this?
Well-
You're under 18. Get out of here.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
Royale.
hopefully this. Hopefully, people enjoy watching or listening to the part where I go off about scalpers.
Hey.
Sorry, I got a little passionate there. I had to calm down after that. I was like, all right, let me calm down.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright. Well,
So
make sure you
it's
guys
fun.
listen to
Second
this on.
podcast.
If you don't want to listen to this on YouTube, you can also go check it out on SoundCloud and Spotify. They're available for your listening ears. Our voices do
Wait,
sound
we
pretty
got it
good.
on Spotify now?
We're getting
Where?
it on Spotify. Don't worry, not yet, not yet.
We're on SoundCloud.
We're on SoundCloud though. That's available right now, so go check it out. It's pretty cool. You get to hear our voices.
Right
and
to
fun
me.
stuff. Hey,
We're coming to
don't worry.
Wattpad.
Wattpad, all that good stuff. Hey, look at that Clash of Clans.
I'll run through that,
Yes, sir.
Riggs. You already saw my base. Bro.
That's
I
why
will
Rich got mad
fucking
when I said that.
destroy you.
Oh my god. All right, have a good one, everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Say bye, everyone. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Radical, bro.
Hey. Radical. Yeah.